As you can see from the title of this video, nobody cares about your semen retention and no-fap streak. No one cares about how many days you went. No one cares about how long you've holded your nut in. Nobody gives a fuck. It's all about what you do with it. It's all about how much work you are putting in and the type of person you are becoming from doing it. That is all that matters. You can't think it's just a magic pill. Semen retention is not the goal. No-fap is not the goal. The goal is you. The goal is you and how you are going to get better and how you are going to become the best possible version of yourself. That is all that matters. And semen retention is one small piece of the puzzle. It is not the end all be all. And the reason why I'm making this video is because recently I went for 32 days. Went for 32 days, and this past weekend, July 4th weekend, I relapsed. And I relapsed multiple times. And it made me just come to the realization that I was putting too much importance and too much emphasis on it, right? It's just one piece of the puzzle. It's not the end all be all. What matters is you. What matters is the person you are becoming. And a day later, after I relapsed today, I feel fine. I feel motivated. I feel driven. I feel back to that normal person that I was when I was on about maybe like 20 days. It is because I put in the work. It's not because I was on 80 days of semen retention or 30 days or 10 days or 5 days or 1 day. It's because I put in the work, right? That is the reason why I woke up today and I still felt motivated. I still felt driven, right? Did I feel a little bit tired? Did I feel a little bit drained? Did I feel a little bit like, fuck, I'm an idiot for doing that shit? Yes, of course. Of course, right? And you shouldn't relapse. This is an excuse for you to go out and relapse, but this is an understanding that it is not the end all be all, and there are more important things for you to worry about and for you to do. Semen retention, no-fap, is the fuel to get to your goals. It is not the end all be all. It is not the number one thing. It's all about what you do with it. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more focus. You're going to have more drive. But what are you going to do with it? Even though I was on it, I would still waste time on YouTube watching semen retention videos, how to do the practice the right way. Who gives a fuck? No one cares. If anybody heard that you were on semen retention or you told somebody, they'd be like, what? Who are you? Right? People are going to think you're weird. And that's also okay, but you have to understand you should be on it. You should be doing it. This isn't me saying you shouldn't be, but this is me saying it is not God. Semen retention is not God. God is God. And even though God in the Bible talks about sexual stuff and different things like that, is that every single line in the Bible? No, it's not. It's just a piece of it. And that's the thing that I needed to understand, is that it's just a piece of the puzzle. What is more important is about what you are doing with it, what you are doing on an every single day basis, how you are getting better, how you are using that energy, how you are using that drive. Another thing that I will say is, if you are going to relapse, if you are going to fall into that trap like myself, do not watch the websites. Do not watch the sites. That is the number one thing. And the reason why I don't feel guilty or shame is because I didn't watch the sites, and that is my number one rule. Don't watch the sites. The websites, they make you gay. They literally make you gay. Don't watch them. You're watching another man do something that you should be doing with a woman. Use semen retention, use no-fap as the fuel to reach your goals. It is not your goal. Your goal shouldn't be to get to 90 days. Your goal should be to do stuff with your life that is going to enhance your life, that is going to make your life better, right? Building a 10 out of 10 physique, becoming the best version of yourself, building a skill to make a certain amount of money, quitting your 9 to 5 and being an entrepreneur. Whatever the goal is, semen retention, no-fap is the fuel to get to that goal. It's the fuel. It is not the goal. If you're sitting at home and sitting on your ass all day, but you're on semen retention, what is that going to do? It's not going to do anything. What matters is what you are doing. I'd rather you be someone who's relapsing but out and putting in work and doing the thing, right? Instead of just sitting at home doing nothing and being like, oh, I'm on semen retention, so everything is going to come to me. Girls are going to knock at my door. I'm going to have money. I'm going to have bitches. I'm going to have the skills. I'm going to have everything. No, you have to put in the work. I was still wasting time. I was still watching YouTube. I was still on my phone a decent amount. Even though I was working out 5-6 times a week, making content, doing different things like that, I was still wasting a lot of time and being like, oh, just because I'm on semen retention, it's fine, right? No, put in the work. You are the thing that matters. You are the thing that matters. Semen retention, no-fap is the fuel. It's the drive. You should be on it. You should stop watching sites. You should stop eating your meat because it's gay. And you should start focusing on becoming the best version of yourself in every single way. And sexual discipline, self-control is one of the ways to do that. If you can control and you can master this one thing, then you can master everything else in life. But you still need to put in the work. You still need to do the thing that needs to get done. You have shit to do. You can't be on YouTube watching semen retention videos every single day thinking that that's going to get you to your goals. It's not. You should go out, you should enjoy life, you should be striving for goals, you should have goals, you should be putting in work every single day in order to get to those goals, and you should be using it as a source. You should be using it as leverage because so many people in our society are gooning, are busting day after day after day after day for hours and hours and hours on end and watching these websites, and they're spiking their dopamine and reaching high levels of baseline of dopamine, so they have no ability to put in any type of work. Websites are really, really going to spike your dopamine. So if it's one thing, just stop watching the websites. You need to do the work. You need to go to the gym. You need to start working. You need to put in work on the content. You need to be on your purpose, right? Semen retention, NoFap isn't going to get you to any goal. It might help you get there quicker. It might help you do better quality work. It might help you be more focused, more driven, more energy, higher mood, greater alignment with the universe. All of those things are very true, but it's not going to do the work for you. Nothing is going to do the work for you except you. You have to do it. So yes, it might be easier to do the work. Your dopamine baseline levels might be lower, and so it's easier, but you still have to fucking do it. You still have to go to the gym. You still have to pick up the weight. You still have to lift the weight. You still have to eat the foods. You still have to go to bed on time, right? It's just one piece of the puzzle. If I was on semen retention, but I wasn't doing any of those things, I would still feel lazy, unmotivated, not driven, and not working towards anything. It's one piece of the puzzle. You have to make sure you are putting in the work, because if you do put in the work while you're on it, you are going to make so much more progress than everybody else, because you have leverage over everybody else, because everybody else is gooning, everybody else is fapping, everybody else is wasting time, everybody else's baseline level of dopamine is so high that any type of work is just not feeling good for them. You got to make sure to not make it a god, but make yourself the most important thing and putting in the work. If you want to get to a certain point in life, semen retention is not going to do it for you. You have to do it for you. And you use it as fuel, you use it as drive, you use it as creativity. It's not the end all be all, it's not the ultimate goal in life. It's not the thing that's gonna take you to your goals or to your dream girl. What is gonna take you to your goals and to your dream girl is you putting in the work, is you going to the gym, is you going up and talking to that girl. Okay, you're on semen retention, you see a pretty girl and you don't even talk to her. You're gonna attract her because you're on semen retention? Like, you have to still talk to the woman, you have to still speak words, you still have to put in the work. You still have to go to the gym. Your muscles aren't gonna grow if you're sitting at home on your ass. Oh, I'm on semen retention. What the fuck? Put in the work. People care about the work that you're putting in, and people care that you are striving and getting better every single day, right? And if you are doing those things, it's gonna be a byproduct. It should be a byproduct of the work that you're putting in. You should be focused, you should be disciplined, you should be driven, so much to the fact that you don't have time to jack off or have time to fuck around with some girl that's low energy, low vibrational. You should be focusing and prioritizing yourself and the work that you are putting in day after day after day. And that is what is the ultimate goal. The goal is not semen retention. The goal isn't some 30-day, 90-day, 50-day, 60-day streak. It's a byproduct. Start focusing on what you are doing today to reach your goals, right? Because if you are so engrossed on your purpose and so focused on your path, semen retention and NoFap will be a byproduct of it, right? You won't have time to fuck around and jack off or do some bullshit because you need to be working. You need to be putting in the work, right? And that's the biggest thing when people are jacking off, is you're just wasting your time. That is the biggest thing. Is this past weekend when I fell into the relapse, I was just wasting my time, right? My motivation, my drive, it all came back a day later. Time that I spent doing that, I can never get back. And I didn't post content, I didn't post YouTube videos, I didn't do the things that I needed to do because I was distracted by my lust, by my desire, by chasing pleasure. Make sure you're focused on the goal and what you want to get out of life. Semen retention, NoFap is going to be a byproduct of you focus, of you putting in the work, of you being disciplined. That is all it's about. It's not the main end all be all thing, right? You should be talking to girls, you should be approaching women, you should be doing all of that stuff. You are a masculine man and that's part of it. If you see a pretty girl you want to talk to, just because you're on semen retention doesn't mean you shouldn't talk to her. You should go speak to her. Just because you're on semen retention and NoFap doesn't mean you should continue to sit on your ass and watch YouTube videos all day and not do nothing about the situation that you're in that you want to improve, but you're too lazy to do something. And just because you're on semen retention doesn't mean your better life is just going to show up at your doorstep. You got to put in the fucking work. You got to do what you need to do. Yes, you should be on semen retention. Yes, you should be on NoFap. Yes, you shouldn't be wasting your time jacking off, watching porn, any of those things. If you are going to masturbate, do not watch porn. That is the number one rule. And make sure you are focused on your goals. Write down your goals. If you don't have any goals, write some down right after this video. Write down 5 goals that you want to accomplish in your entire life. What are the 5 things you actually want out of life? Not from some job, not from what someone else said. 5 things that you want out of life. Not semen retention. Semen retention isn't one of the 5 things. What do you want out of life? What do you actually want? Because what you want out of life is what the universe wants out of life, because that is what is living in you. So make sure you focus on the goals and what you want out of life. and put in the work. Semen retention and NoFap, it'll help you. It'll help you be more creative, be more focused, be more driven. It'll help you get to that goal quicker. It'll help you outpace your competition because you have leverage over your competition, because your competition is wasting time beating their meat. Think about the man you want to become. Does that man jack off? Does that man waste time? Does that man hang out with low vibrational, low quality women? Right? No. Does that man obsess over semen retention or a NoFap streak? No. It's just a byproduct of his lifestyle and who he is as a person. That is what matters. And whenever I got in my head about relapsing, whenever I got in my head about, oh, I'm on 30 days, I had to remind myself that it's just a byproduct of me becoming the man that I want to become. Start living a better life, prioritize your mental health, prioritize your physical health, and semen retention and NoFap are a byproduct. They are not something to be obsessed about. They're not something you should think about every second of the day. What streak am I on? What minutes? What days? What hours? No, bro. Focus on your goals. Your goals is what you should be focusing on and obsessing about, not semen retention, not some streak. Okay, so that is what I wanted to leave you guys with, because I see so many of these YouTube videos about, oh, what's going to happen at 30? What's going to happen at 60? What's going to happen at 90? This is going to change. That's going to change. You're going to start attracting girls left and right. Put in the work, dude. You are wasting your time. Focus. Put in the work. Get off YouTube and put in the work and get better every single day and reach your goals. And remember that semen retention and NoFap is a byproduct and it is not the goal.